We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs,
the show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the roving reporters and, of course, Kim and Kerry.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Welcome everyone to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and thank you for joining us here on this amazing Friday and live stream number 42, our first live show for 2024. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Kerry.
Kim, I'm so excited. I need you to tell us who the show is for.
Well, this show is for entrepreneurs from across the globe, Kerry, to come together and unite. I'm in Texas, you're in Australia. Those are they're not next door to each other. And we are definitely here for anyone who's a business owner already, a want to be, or maybe you've just got an entrepreneurial spirit and you are not sure what you're going to do yet. You're in the right place, and we're excited you've joined us today.
Love it, Kim. And Kim, do you have a coffee mug this morning?
I do, Kerry. I have a surprise coffee mug.
Ooh.
So I have my little coffee mug that my son and daughter-in-law, like this was the mama bear. I don't know if you can see the buffalo plaid really well, but anyway, we were on a holiday, and I think this is like one of my favorites, and I actually got it a couple years ago, and it was in the back, Kerry. You know how you get something in the back, you got to pull it forward. So there you go.
Well, it's funny, Kim, because I have a similar story, because being a coffee addict, I might have a rather large collection of coffee mugs. And my husband said to me over the break, I think it's time you had a new mug on the show. So he went to the back of the pile and brought one, which is this one that says, "My Precious." It's even got the little gold ring for you can hear my nails tapping on it. Sorry about that.
I love it.
So
cheers, Kerry.
Mine is empty. Mine is empty.
We hope that you watching have your coffee or whatever it is you drink. We'd love for you to share your coffee mugs as well, because this is something that Kerry's a coffee addict. Let me just go a little rogue for a second. Kerry Zarb, who is the amazing, and I never know which way to point, so whichever way she is an amazing coffee addict. She's a brilliant podcaster, brilliant entrepreneur. She's so many things. She's also a coffee addict, y'all. So I love that we get to share our coffee mugs on this show.
Me too, Kim. And I think we need to start following today's theme of the show and go to our first segment. Have we mentioned the theme? We're about to. Okay. So let's hop into the first segment first, and then we'll mention today's theme topic. And the first segment, of course, is called Entrepreneur Land. And today's show's theme is doing the right things in the right order.
So this is a very important thing. It's what you do when you set things up in the right way so that your clients and customers can easily find you and understand how you are their solution. It's starting with one thing and progressing from there. But speaking of doing the right things in the right order, Kerry, let's answer a question we got from an entrepreneur. This is a question we actually have gotten multiple times, I will say. And that is, what is the first step I take to map out my business?
Oh, that's such a great question, Kim. Could I kick this off and be a little bit selfish? And can I think about what I want first, Kim?
Absolutely, Carrie. Absolutely. So, honestly, that is one of the things that needs to happen. I believe the first step to map out your business or your life is always going to be answering the question, what do you really want? If you are trying to follow someone else's plan, trying to follow someone else's adventure, it's not going to work out the way you want it to. So make a list of all the things you want. Big WANT. It's not a 4-letter word, even though it's a 4-letter word. All the things you want in your business and how they impact your life.
And Kim, I think we should do another thing in the right order, and let's talk about an up and coming holiday, because Tuesday, the 9th of January, so this coming Tuesday, is National Word Nerd Day. And we'd like to celebrate all our published authors in the community. And if you want to find out more about those, you can actually head over to the shop on the My Sexy Business website. And we don't actually get a commission from the book sales on there, by the way. We just have to say that out loud. We just like to highlight those that have published books from our community. So we encourage anyone that's a little bit curious about that to head over to the My Sexy Business website and have a look at what's in the shop.
They've done a lot of hard work, Carrie, including you. And I want to make sure that everybody knows you need to go check it out. Go check out all the hard work that's represented in pretty covers. How's that, Carrie?
Oh, yes, all the covers look amazing, Kim. That page is definitely worth the little browse. Yep. So, Kim, let's do another thing in the right order and go to our first roving reporter for a segment about surprise and delight marketing.
Donna Bender is a certified Givologist branded product specialist, corporate marketing trainer, creator of the Giving Plan, show host, published author, and GME roving reporter.
Kim and Kerry, happy New Year, everyone. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on the gratefulness factor. The gratefulness factor is a concept that helps us understand the importance of feeling grateful in our lives. At its core, it is about recognizing and appreciating the good things we have, no matter how big or small they may be. The gratefulness factor is significant because it doesn't just make us feel good in the moment. It has a long-lasting effect on our overall happiness and well-being. When we regularly acknowledge and appreciate the positive aspects of our lives, we tend to be happier, more content, and even healthier. This is because gratefulness helps us maintain a positive outlook on life, reducing stress and negativity. Moreover, the gratefulness factor influences our relationships with others. When we express gratitude through our actions, it strengthens our connections with people. It creates a sense of goodwill. It fosters mutual respect and kindness. This is why I feel so strongly about having a giving plan in place to show our gratefulness. Let's face it, we all get busy, but by having a giving plan in place, it keeps us on track so we don't lose sight of saying thank you and showing our clients how grateful we are for their business. Focusing on gratefulness can shift our perspective from what we lack to what we possess. This shift in mindset can make us more resilient in the face of challenges and more appreciative of the present moment. The gratefulness factor is about cultivating the attitude of gratitude. It involves recognizing the good in our lives and the contributions of others, and it reminds us to not take these for granted. By embracing gratefulness, we enhance our own happiness and contribute positively to the lives of those around us. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Donna.
So I think that this is one of those things, Carrie, that when you look at gratefulness, sometimes we get to wanting more clients or wanting to do other things. But if we have the ability to say thank you and be grateful to the clients we already have, that will that definitely will grow our business. Donna teaches this all the time. She tells us this all the time. And she has a book, and I have to confess, I don't have books by me today. So I'm hoping that Adam can pull up the slide. If not, it's okay. But I want everybody to see Donna's book cover. It is The Art of Giveology. There it is. Thank you, Adam. It's The Art of Giveology. It's giving your way to success in business. And Donna, I'm telling you, she has like tapped into some pretty secret marketing things that she has proven for, I think it's almost 20 years, Carrie.
It has to be, at least, Kim. Yeah.
It's been quite a while. So I think that that is a fun way to like be grateful. I love that she brought up the gratefulness. And just saying, Carrie, I'm grateful for Donna, and I'm grateful for you. And I'm very grateful for Adam, who can on the fly pull up the books for us.
Amazing. So well done. I love it. and also change our perspective at the same time. How's that? I love it. Well, Kim, we are moving over to another area of today's show because Kerry needs to move the mouse on the script so that she knows where we're up to. Let's be transparent about this. You are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
Once upon a time, there was a princess from Oklahoma living a traveling life in Texas.
When along comes an Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
When these two girls from opposite ends of the globe met in February 2021,
even the universe did not know what it was in for.
Determined to solve world problems for entrepreneurs, we still to this day learn just how similar we are.
We have found our passions were too strong not to unite and become the partners in change that we are.
What is a bucket and a boom gate?
So a bucket is basically a category or a way to change how you're looking at something big.
And a boom gate is a way to protect ourselves. Sometimes we need a boom gate to protect ourselves from ourselves.
We have lots of experience of our lifetimes of business, and we want to share that with you.
We look forward to bringing you weekly episodes of the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us on this amazing Friday. We still have more show to come for you, and today's common theme is doing things in the right order. And Kim, can you remind us again who the show is for?
Yes, Carrie, thank you. GME is for you if you are feeling alone on your business adventure, if you're stuck or overwhelmed in any way and don't know which way to go, you're in the right place. We hope we can inspire you with our community. This all is living proof, y'all, of what can happen when you come together and do things together. We all have our own businesses, but we do things together. We've built this show from our mastermind community. We want to make sure everyone knows that, you know, that's part of where all of this was born. Carrie, we feel like it's important to be living proof and show others how they can sponsor their own selves and how they can do things, you know, for themselves. So if you have questions, you can connect with Carrie, the roving reporters, you can connect with me and find out maybe if this community is the right flavor for you too. So I want to say that as well.
Love it, Kim. Thank you. Okay, so I think we've got a little bit more that we need to speak on today, because not only are we doing things in the right order, but we also need to speak about the Fierce Entrepreneurs Summit that's coming up, Kim. Do you want to kick us off with that one?
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited about the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit. It is also born from our mastermind community. It is something that we do to support them and highlight them, but it's also a place where, you know, a lot of people want to do something, but they're really scared to start. And this is a place that I can't tell you how many hundreds of people have started on some sort of summit or conference with us. Like that is a really powerful thing. So next Friday evening here, January the 12th, 6 p.m. Central, we're going to have a roundtable discussion where the masterminders are actually going to get probably pretty spicy in their conversations about doing the right things in the right order. That's actually the theme for the summit this time. We do it every quarter. So I think that is really important to know, that our roving reporters on GME will be the ones discussing, some spicy, Carrie, some very spicy.
Kim, I'm really looking forward to it because I think there's 2 different round tables this time, isn't there? So this is going to have an interesting mix to it. We always like to change it up a little bit and make it a little bit fresh, and we have very different conversations from one summit to the next. And I love it, Kim. I love that we host the summit every quarter, and it is living proof of what is possible for entrepreneurs. And our amazing panel of speakers always bring such great insights to help others on their entrepreneurial journey.
Oh, I love it too, Carrie. And let me just say, there will be freebies given out on the summit from a lot of our masterminders. And one of those freebies I want to share really quick so that everybody can mark it on their calendar, because we just got back from our holiday, Carrie, and we haven't even had time to share this stuff. Next Saturday, the 13th at 8 a.m. Central, we understand that in January, a lot of people start coming to the place of they want to get everything in order. They want to get their business all together, but they realize their website either is non-existent or that it needs help. And so we're doing we normally do this for about $500, for the workshop. However, if you come to the summit, we're going to give everybody a code that they can go to this workshop for free, and we will be there. We will help you be able to lay the foundation and make it a whole lot easier for you to put your website up. Adam, do we have a slide of the cover of that? So in true form, let me just say, transparently, in true form, it's the silliness I love. Can't help it. We decided to call this TNT. It's blowing up the heart in website building. It can be simple and easy when you know the formula for a dynamite website. But I am going to tell you during the workshop, I am going to tell you what TNT actually stands for, and it will never be the same for you. So can't wait for the workshop. But that was born also, Carrie, from everyone wanting to know how to start things. It's hard to start things when you're an entrepreneur and you've got so many different things you've got to do. This is one of the ways that we feel like we can benefit and help everyone. So that's our little history of the summit and our give for next week, Carrie.
I love it, Kim, because I think we can all understand. We've all been at the beginning. We've all been there, and even now, we have moments in our business where it's time for a change. We need to up level or upgrade or change things up. So having these kind of sessions available to other entrepreneurs and putting out this invitation for others to join us, we really just want to help everyone on their journey and help those that, because we've done things the hard way and we know what that feels like. So definitely stepping through things like the TNT workshop to build your website, if that's going to help you start to build your website or update your website, whatever that looks like for you, then definitely come and join us, and we'd love to have you there.
There'll be I guess we should say this too, Carrie, because you are exactly right with all you just said. There's a workbook that goes with it that you'll get too, so that you can fill it out. That's another thing too, is when you're doing something as big as a website or even redesigning your website, this is actually the thing we go back to. This is how we go back to do things. And we just did an update on our website where TNT is now on the home page. And it was based on this exact thing that we do in the workshop. So I just thought I would throw that out there.
Love it. Thank you, Kim. And Kim, let's keep doing things in the right order and go to our next roving reporter for our segment on living proof conversations for entrepreneurs.
Linda Bonney is a published author, conversationalist, writer, storyteller, podcast host, production manager, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. Good morning, entrepreneurs. Today, I would love to talk about turning feedback into growth. Now, feedback is a little bit of a funny one at times because it can come across as critical if delivered in a negative way. It could come across as quite demoralizing if you've put a lot of work into something and somebody doesn't receive it the way that you had hoped them to. It can come across as a genuine effort to help you and what you desire to achieve. And I believe feedback needs to be a back and forth conversation. You need to be in a space where you are able to receive feedback. If feedback is given to you while you are thinking about 100 other things, or while you are burning the toast as the kids walk out the door, or while you are maybe tired or melty, it may not be received in the same way as if you ask for the feedback in the first place. Feedback can be used for growth as entrepreneurs through thinking about how we can improve, thinking about how we can deliver our messages, thinking about how it is received for our audiences, thinking about how conversations which are talking about feedback can also provide an opportunity for us to build relationships and grow further. How are you using feedback for growth this week? That's it for now. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Linda.
So giving feedback, Carrie, is not always, well, it's not for the faint of heart. Let's just go there for a second, because Linda has endured a lot of feedback from me in particular, I will just say, and endured is the right word. But when you ask for feedback and you give it to someone, it is a gift. But she is spot on when she says that sometimes it's not received well because it can be hard to hear things that we really don't want to hear. And I think Linda is such a great example of taking the feedback, liking it or not, and looking at it to see how she can grow. And she's, to me, is living proof of that. She's living proof of taking her stories with a Sunday Roast podcast, where she interviewed like two and a half dozen people. She did all of these interviews and she put the podcast out there. And then I'm going to use Adam's word, she parlayed that into intertwining her own stories with those interviews in 2 collections of stories so far, and she's working on the 3rd. So Linda has done so many amazing things that I feel like everyone should look and listen, because she is definitely someone who can hold a conversation. She can write brilliantly. She can have a podcast, like all the things that you can do. And I want to say she's got 4 littles. So she's doing a whole lot of things while she's living her life. And I think that is a really amazing thing that she brought up about feedback, because feedback is not always asked for, Carrie. This is one of the things I have to just kind of giggle. I am known for giving feedback when I've not been asked. However, when I look at someone and I know that no one else is telling them the truth about what, it sounds like what they're saying or what they're doing, I feel very responsible and very obligated to speak up, because I would rather chance their feelings getting hurt and them getting sales in their business, or their business being better. And Carrie, I know that you and I have like talked a lot about feedback, even on Buckets and Boom Gates podcast. We have talked about that. So I want to point everybody to Linda for great conversations. And I want to like warn everybody, I'm not afraid to give feedback.
She really isn't.
How's that, Carrie?
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So continuing with our theme of doing the right things in the right order, Carrie, let's go to our next roving reporter, which is a rock star podcaster who is in the virtual cafe. It is our very own money barista, Kerry Zarb.
Kerry Zarb is a rock star podcaster, brilliant entrepreneur, director of Zinc Business Solutions, cover girl, mastermind leader, and GME roving reporter.
Let me introduce you to Kerry Zarb, the money barista. In her famous words, let's go, it's coffee time. She also says happy biz beans to you because she's a financial guru. She hosts the Money Barista podcast. She has the Money Barista savings tool that she created and has saved over $100,000 for this community. She also is the leader of the Money Barista Club, where she helps everybody get in control of their finances, and she's the author of the Money Barista book, All Things Money and Coffee. She loves beans of all kinds.
Welcome to the Virtual Cafe for this week's segment on business finances. And today I want to talk about decision making from our digits. Why is it important to be able to make decisions based on what our business finances are telling us? Well, first things first, you need to know your numbers to be able to make decisions. Decisions come in all shapes and sizes, and perhaps it's something as little as $5 a month on a new subscription. Maybe it comes down to, can I afford to hire some help in my business? All these things come from making decisions based on those digits. If you're behind with your business finances, and trust me, I understand this is very normal, by the way. If you are behind, you can't make those decisions. You can't read the numbers. Have you thought about if you do have the numbers up to date, if you can read the numbers, even if you can just look at them and start to form a bit of a picture, you can make a bit of a plan and you can actually use the digits to make those decisions. Sometimes in business, we don't know our numbers. Sometimes we're in a panic. If we are in touch with our numbers, we already know what that decision needs to be. When we're behind with our business finances, we're flying blind. We're doing things we don't know that we can afford. The pendulum can swing both ways. You can be spending money you can't afford, and you could be actually saving money that's costing you money. I want you to know that you can make great decisions from your business finances. It might take a little bit of time, but I have faith in you. I know that you can make great decisions from those digits once you give yourself the opportunity to sit down and look at them and start to understand them using bite-sized pieces of time. That's all today from the Virtual Cafe. Back to you, Kim.
I love it, Carrie. You have rocked my world and so many of this community's world by what you help us with, and you are spot on. If we don't know our numbers, we cannot make good decisions.
It really is that simple, Kim, and not to kind of repeat what I've already said in the segment, but it's just that. Keeping up with our business, like keeping up to date with our business finances, finger on the pulse, being able to have those numbers handy so that when we do need to do something in our business, we do need to spend some money, we do want to hire somebody, or it might be something even a little bit more, a little bit more expensive than that, you can make the decision. Yeah.
I love it, Carrie. Well, we want to send a special invitation out because we do believe in sponsoring our own selves. And so I would love it if we could give the invitation for the live tour because, Carrie, You are very generous in your giving of this gift. And I can't wait to see you in sunglasses, smoke coming out, all of that stuff. So if you'll take it away, Adam, we will give that invitation.
Have you ever looked at your bank account or credit card statement and found charges you forgot to cancel? Do you have a sinking feeling that you are spending money on things you no longer use? I'm Kerry Zarb, the Money Barista, and I share a free tool that has saved users over $116,000. If you want to get in control of your recurring payments, then the Money Barista Savings Tool is the free step for you. I host a live tour of the Savings Tool every quarter. It's completely free for you to attend and get this amazing tool. Let me show you how this tool can save you money and help you track your progress. Head over to kerryzarb.com/savings to register for the next live tour. And while you're there, grab your free and private copy of the Money Barista Savings Tool so that you can get started on saving money today.
I love it, Kerry. So do you want to give everybody the dates? Because this is around the corner, Kerry.
It really is, Kim. It's not far away at all. And I'm a little bit excited because the savings tool has had some little extra things added, nothing too over the top, but it is a new version that I'll be sharing. And here in the virtual cafe, it's on Wednesday, the 17th of January, which is 5 p.m. Central Time. And for anyone tuning in from my neck of the woods in Australia, that's Thursday, the 18th, which is 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, I think is what we call it. But Kim, I'm excited. What are we now? A week and a half away or something? So yes, it's completely free to attend and you get the tool. And I want to show people how to use the tool because I guarantee there's not many people out there, Kim, that haven't got a trial that's expired that they've forgotten about, or there's a tool in their business that they're no longer using and could go and cancel and save some of those beans. So come and hang out in the virtual cafe. Let me show you how to use this amazing tool because that $116,000 is going to be updated as well. We'll have a new number for the tally that just keeps on growing as people report. And by the way, Kim, it's only the numbers that people have reported to me. So there'll be the unveiling of the new total of the savings tool, as well as show you how to use it and find those things that are taking away your beans.
It's amazing to me, Kerry, and it's amazing to see that number. It is wild. So I want to make sure that everybody knows to come to the tour, but also that you recently published your The Money Barista book, Kerry, which also has lots of things in there to help someone get in control of their business finances. So thank you, Adam, because I wasn't sure how I was going to. All my books are out of my reach. I can't grab any of them. But Kerry, this is an important thing for anyone who feels overwhelmed this time of year, because here in the U.S., our year has ended and now it's going to turn into tax season and we need to get in control quickly, some of us. So I think that is a really important part of coming to the tour, getting the book. I'm so excited. So Kerry, any final thoughts?
I think 2024, Kim, is the year to control our beans.
Ooh, I love that.
So exciting.
Coffee and money, Kerry, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, where coffee meets the money. So come and hang out, virtual cafe, have the coffee, save the beans. It's all together. It all works. I love it.
I love it. Well, thank you, Kerry, and thank you for sharing all of your amazing sauce with all of us.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Kim. And Kim, I think we should keep on trucking along with doing all the things in the right order because we need to step over to our next roving reporter with our segment for Mama Entrepreneurs.
Jill Olish is the founder of Mama Outspoken, executive team leader, postpartum awareness advocate, vision board party host, event coordinator, podcast host, GME associate producer, and a roving reporter.
Thanks, Kerry and Kim. Happy New Year. To be honest, I am on the fence with whether or not this is a time of year that I love. Love the holidays and what they bring, that enjoyment, and that we actually set aside the time to rest during them. But sometimes the weeks leading up until the new year can really bring on anxious thoughts about a new start. As a mom, I'm faced with these wonderful images of my baby boy growing up, and maybe a little too fast, but also that this amazing holiday didn't last long enough. And at the same time, there's some anxiety around getting back to the school routine. But structure is going to be so good for us, although it comes with some moodiness getting back into the flow. Like a 3-year-old who's claiming a fever so he doesn't have to go to school on the first day. As an entrepreneur, though, the new year symbolizes a new plan and a fresh start for the year. I am so excited because that means I get into this creative space to envision what this year will look like and what the adventure for my business will be like. And there's definitely anxiety filling this space, but there are dedicated days for this creative energy, days to vision board, map my business, and of course, some sticky note time. These set aside times help me keep that anxiety at bay in the meantime. And I can go around in the days coming up before to write down those anxious thoughts or any ideas that come up that I want to be thinking about in my creative time. And that allows me some place to put them so they're not dwelling on me. Do you have any days set aside in your calendar for this month for getting back into routine for you or your kids, or for the creativity of New Year planning? If not yet, add it now and let's get creative in our New Year planning. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Jill. Ooh.
So setting aside time at the start of the new year, Carrie, to plan out your business is doing the right thing in the right order, because it will set you up for having a direction. And I have to giggle because while she was talking, I grabbed some of the things from my vision board. Let me go the right way. Some of the things from my vision board, because Jill is the host of our vision board party every quarter. She is the one that brings us all together. We all come and update, or some people come and do theirs the first time. I won't mention any names like Kerry Zarb. But we have had so many things happen, and I'm giggling, Carrie, because this was my vision board. Let me get it in the right thing. These are pieces from my vision board that they pulled. And one of the things that I find so fun is this show. If you look at the bottom of the screen, this show was on my vision board long before it actually came to life. And we've been almost a year now, Carrie. And how exciting is it to see something on your vision board that comes to life? A lot of people don't take the time to do it, or they don't understand the power of it. And I am going to say this stack of things that was on my vision board, this has all happened. These are all the things that came out of my vision board. So if you haven't done a vision board yet, I'm going to suggest you come and join us. It's another free event. We do lots of things around here just to support everybody. We were putting ours together and we decided we wanted to just include everyone. So Jill has a very quick and short, easy way to get started if you've never done one. So don't be intimidated just because we all have. And Carrie, I would love to just remind everybody to put it on their calendar, because sometimes we cannot block off time to do something. And this is January the 29th. It's a Monday evening, 6 p.m. Central. And of course, you'll have to convert it because I can't do time zones, y'all. But save that date, because the only cost is your email, so we can send you the Zoom link. And we have a really good time, but there is so much happened from doing these vision boards. It's just, I'm always in awe. I'm always in awe.
Well, Kim, did you know I've already achieved one of the things from my vision board from October?
Really, Carrie?
I have. I really have.
Are you going to share?
No.
No. Will you at least share at the vision board party, Carrie?
Yes.
Yes, I will. There you go. That's where I'll share it. And Kim, I want to add here, and I've said this before, but I need to say it again. I was skeptical about the vision board. I did think it was a little bit too woo-woo for me. Like I wasn't, like, oh, really? Like you just kind of, put these pictures there and do the thing. Well, yeah. So now to actually say that I've achieved one of the things off my vision board already in just 1 quarter, I'm pretty happy with that, Kim. And I am now the converted. So I'll be coming back to the vision board party and updating because I'm going to have a space. I'm going to have a space on my vision board. I need to put something on it, something else that I want to achieve. So I'm looking forward to it, Kim.
That makes me so happy, Carrie. And I will tell you, I do look at this as something that I had to be convinced also years ago. But our brain wants to help us achieve what we want. And so when we allow it the space to kind of be creative and put those visuals up there, our brain helps us like get those things ticked off. So I love it. Love it. Love it.
Me too, Kim. And it's definitely the visual part. Now I get it. I put the pieces together and it makes sense. You are tuning into Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
Do you remember making vision boards, getting a bunch of magazines and cutting out all the pretty images and headings? Do you remember feeling the drive after doing that and wanting to work so badly on obtaining all those things? I'm Jill Olish, the executive leader of the My Sexy Business team and host of our vision board parties. Vision boards are a powerful tool we use to help create the life we want. We can make our dreams our reality. And now we are bringing the fun to the community. You are invited to join us for our next vision board party. Whether this is your first time or you're due for an update, we will be working on updating our own vision boards and celebrating some of our wins from the quarter too. Bring your goals, aspirations, imagination, and snacks to create the visual roadmap to your dream life. RSVP with your email for the Zoom link at mysexybusiness.com.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us on this amazing Friday. We still have more show for you to come in today's common theme of doing the right things in the right order.
So we want to remind everybody, Carrie, that GME is for you if you are a podcaster, you want to write a book, you want to have a show, you want to do any of the things entrepreneurial for marketing reasons. We want to be your living proof. So if you are here, please pay attention to the things that you can apply to your own business. If you are here and you have questions, we'll say, Carrie, about what you can do to sponsor your own self, I hope you realize you're in the right place so you can see what is possible. You can also see what is when someone goes off script and finds themselves lost. Let me just say that. Can I say that, Carrie? This is just living proof.
Absolutely. I'm like, you really just said all that? Or gotta keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. So I don't want to cut you off, Kim. I don't want to cut you off.
Since the beginning of the show, Carrie, this was always our intention. We just want to share that from our heart. I can't follow the script. I'm sorry, y'all. So here's the truth of the matter. This show was started for some place to highlight those that are in our community and in our mastermind groups. This is a really important thing for us. Carrie and I lead a mastermind community that is they're rocking the world. Last year was epic. And the vision board party is part of that. And I think that whenever you skip any of these steps, sometimes you don't end up where you really want to be. So I want to remind everyone, it is January the 29th, 6 p.m. Central Time. Join us for the vision board party. And remember that you're here with us. Please pay attention to the things that you can do. Even when you mess up like I just did, it doesn't matter. If you all are offended by my messing up, you might as well sign off because it's going to be all the time. But we want to be transparent about it. So anyway, Carrie, I'll stop talking.
I think I take the crown for the most mess ups on the show in the last few months because of what time it is, but that's all good. It's all good. Well, we're going to hop back on track and continue to do things in the right order and go to our next roving reporter with our segment on entrepreneurs in entertainment.
Adam Rothenberg is a media personality, interview king, clubhouse manager, published author, event coordinator, red carpet correspondent, GME associate producer, and roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. It's Adam, and I am back in the closet for yet another edition of Behind the Curtain. And today I want to talk about interviewing Linda Eder. She's a recording artist, a vocalist, and she is known for starring on Broadway in her only Broadway musical, Jekyll and Hyde. Now, I have been very fortunate to interview her 4 times throughout my career. But what you won't get from reading any of these interviews is the fact that long before I got my first interview with her, I actually had the opportunity to see her live in concert in Washington, D.C., because the company that I was working for at the time knew how much I adored her. And after completing this huge renovation project for the office, they gifted me 2 tickets to see Linda Eder live at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. Not only did I get to see her up close and personal, but after the concert, I got to meet her. And it was such an exciting night. It really was everything I could have hoped for. And then to have the opportunity several years later to interview her and then interview her multiple times throughout the years has been just icing on the cake. So that is today's Behind the Curtain story. It's back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Adam. Oh, exciting.
He's always like connected to somebody. That's what I want to say, Kerry Zarb. But I am going to say, Adam, I hope you have a picture for today. And Kerry, I'm going to move us over so we can make room for Adam. There he is. So, Adam, do you have a picture to share with us today?
I sure do. Oh, and good morning.
Good morning.
So this is actually me and Linda. I actually uploaded the wrong picture. Oh gosh. Well, this is me and Linda in 2010 when she performed at Feinstein's at the Regency in New York City, which was Michael Feinstein's, one of his earlier clubs here. And 2010 was the first year I got to interview her. I thought I was uploading the picture of me and her from the concert, which I did not. So this is the picture of us from 2010.
Okay, so I'm going to giggle because let me just say this out loud. We thought we were doing really good to get all the things, all the pieces, all the things. And we got here this morning and we're like, you know what? We're not sure we got that piece right. We're not sure we did that. So we want to make sure everybody realizes that Adam's got such a collection of pictures and such a collection of interviews and such a collection. I mean, it's a huge collection. He's done over 1,500 interviews in the last 15 years. That is a lot, y'all. Anyone who's ever done an interview knows how much bandwidth it takes and how much, Anyway, Adam, you're a rock star. We believe you are like the king of interviews. And thank you for sharing, because being an entrepreneur in entertainment is like hard. We get it. Like we get that. So thank you for sharing the fun behind the curtain stuff.
You're very welcome.
Well, team, I think it's time we do another thing in the right order because we need to step over to our segment called Princess Speak.
I love it. I'm like, I have no pride. I just want y'all to know that I have no pride left. But Princess Speak is our community's simple business language for entrepreneurs. It includes vocabulary words and phrases that we have adapted to make understanding this business adventure easier. So today's phrase is drum roll. Like, let me be dramatic. Drum roll is simple sales. Simple sales is a phrase that I've used for a very long time to explain how your business can make more money. When you make something complicated that people can't buy from you, they can't do business with you. The simpler you make it for them to pick you, find you, contact you, and buy from you, the better your business will be. They need to be able to understand you're the solution for them and how easy that they can take that solution and apply it for themselves. So I feel like simple answers, simple solution, and simple sales.
So, Kim, I'm going to give my definition because to me, and I'm going to keep this simple because simple sells means less is more. And maybe sometimes when we think we need more, maybe we need to kind of question, like, do our customers or clients need more? Is it us that needs more? So less is more sometimes. Adam, what about you?
My definition is simple sales. It's when your business is very easy to understand, where your clients and customers know exactly what problem of theirs you'll be able to solve.
I love that. So January for all of us is mapping month. We have committed to January being mapping for a very long time, but we just did in Groundwork Brigade, which is part of our mastermind community, we just did mapping with everyone. And let me just say, I think it's one of those things that when you're like us, we want everything all at once. We keep adding things and we keep doing bigger and all of that. It's a great way to rein yourself in and bring yourself back to that place of it's not always about adding more things. It's helping someone get a win for something. So if they can't get a win because you made it so complicated, they're not going to keep coming back to you. They're not going to keep coming, and it does not sell, y'all. I just think that that is doing the right things in the right order through mapping and keeping it simple. That is what sells.
And Kim, I love what you said there because we are, as entrepreneurs, overachievers. We always need to keep busy. I don't know about anybody else that might be tuning in here, but our little break that we had over Christmas, it was really hard to sit on my hands the entire time to stop myself from dancing across the keyboard and making something new that wasn't needed at this point in time in my business. And that's what happens, if we have a moment, because we constantly need to be busy and to be filling our calendars and doing all the things. Sometimes that's what happens when you have a little bit of a break. You get a little bit like trigger happy on the keyboard and want to create something new that may not be needed just yet. Let me say that.
I love it. Well, Gary, let's break down the show for a second, you and Adam with me. The show has been, to me, very exciting this time. This is our first one of the year. This is it's a reminder to everyone why we're here because we give away a lot. And I think that is one of the things that needs to be recognized, not so someone says thank you to us, but so someone knows that whatever you're doing, find a piece of what we're doing and see if that helps you. Because we do so many things, the vision board party, the live tour for your business finances savings, the TNT workshop that's coming up. We just have a lot of things. We're on Clubhouse Monday through Thursday. We're here on Fridays. We're trying to answer questions that we get. I think all of that is a testament to this community and how when you've learned something, you can come back and answer for someone else when you have figured something out.
I agree, Kim. And I personally just want to say thank you to everyone that tunes in to this show and has supported. We get lots of comments on all the different platforms. Adam is the rock star that's taking care of all the comments for us while we're, trying to follow a script and maybe say words that
translate to English at crazy hours of the night and all things. However, it does take a bit to bring this together. Adam does a stellar job with everything that he does. And Kim, I want to thank you for co-hosting the show with me. And yeah, it's a pleasure to do, but it is literally to help anyone out there tuning in that is an entrepreneur to find the things that they're looking for that can help them, can actually help them.
So I remember when I first started out as an entrepreneur, how hard it was, how heavy it was, and how I felt like, and we've said this over and over, Carrie, but how I felt like I was the only one who couldn't figure things out. And that is not a joke. That is so serious. When you're trying to learn a new thing, whatever it is, and you feel like it's a dumb question that you're going to ask, or you feel like it's, everybody else in the room is getting it, you're over here panicking because you're not. I think that that's part of the testament of all of this is we get it. We understand how that feels, and we don't want anybody else feeling like that.
Exactly. Adam?
I definitely think you make it easy in this community to understand what's happening. And if there are times where, and I'll just speak for myself, if there are times where I am confused, I know that I have the space to ask as many questions as I need to get to a place of understanding. And sometimes it takes a little time for me to get there. And you give me the space to, I know you love this word, to marinate in what is being discussed. And that allows me to have that time to think everything through, to either think of more questions or to come to a place of understanding. So I'm very grateful for all the things that I have learned here and for the way that you and Kerry conduct the masterminds and everything else that we do here. So thank you.
Thank you, Adam. We have a rule around here and we mean it. Ask until you're clear. Because if you don't ask until you're clear, you're going off and not being able to implement something. That's not our goal. We want you to have all the wins in your business and grow your business, impact the world while making an income. Like, that's important to us.
And no one gets left behind.
That's right. That's right.
And speaking of behind, there is somebody else behind the scenes who helps me produce this show. And I need to give a shout out to her because I couldn't produce this show by myself. So I am so grateful to my co-producer, Jill Olish. And I love working with her. I think she and I make a great team, and the way we collaborate together and bounce things off of each other. So Jill, I know you're watching, and thank you for everything you do to help make this show so amazing. And I love working with you.
We love you, Jillo. So let's end this show on the note that we need to, which is doing the right things in the right order can make it easier for your clients to find you and understand how you can be the solution to their problem. Remember, simple sales. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.